Have you ever felt uneasy staying in someone else's home? I booked an Airbnb in the countryside for a weekend getaway, looking forward to some peace and quiet. The listing was perfect, an old farmhouse with a charming rustic feel. The host, Claire, had glowing reviews, and her profile picture exuded warmth and friendliness. I couldn't wait to escape the city hustle and breathe in the fresh country air. I arrived just before sunset. The farmhouse looked exactly like the pictures, if not better. Claire was there to greet me, her smile just as welcoming in person. She showed me around, pointing out the quirks of the old house. There was something slightly unsettling about the place, but I brushed it off as my overactive imagination. After all, it was an old house. Creaky floors and drafty windows were to be expected. That night, as I settled into bed, I heard the first strange noise. It was a soft whispering sound, almost like someone was talking just outside my door. I told myself it was probably the wind or maybe the old pipes. I pulled the covers tighter and tried to sleep. The next morning, I mentioned the noise to Claire. She laughed it off, saying the house had a lot of history and that sometimes the wind played tricks on people. I wanted to believe her, but a part of me couldn't shake the eerie feeling. The second night, the whispers were louder. I could almost make out words, but they were still too faint to understand. I turned on my bedside lamp, heart pounding, and tried to focus on the sound. It seemed to be coming from the attic. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and made my way to the attic door. The old wooden stairs creaked under my weight as I ascended. The whispering grew louder, more distinct. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't the pipes. Someone, or something, was up there. When I reached the top, I hesitated. My hand shook as I reached for the door handle. I took a deep breath and pushed the door open. The attic was dark, filled with old furniture covered in white sheets, cobwebs hanging from the ceiling. The whispering stopped abruptly. In the corner, there was a small wooden chest. I approached it cautiously, kneeling down to open it. Inside was an old leather-bound diary. The pages were yellowed with age. I flipped through it, reading entries from a young woman named Eliza who had lived in the house over a century ago. Her writing spoke of strange occurrences, whispers in the night, and a growing sense of dread. I couldn't stop reading. Eliza wrote about how she felt watched, how the whispers turned into voices, and how she discovered a hidden room in the attic. My pulse quickened as I realized there might be more to this house than Claire had let on. I followed Eliza's descriptions, moving aside furniture and feeling along the walls. Finally, I found a small door hidden behind an old armoire. My heart raced as I opened it, revealing a narrow passageway. The air was colder here, and the smell of damp earth filled my nostrils. At the end of the passageway, there was a tiny, dimly lit room. Inside, I found an old mirror with intricate carvings around the frame. I felt an overwhelming sense of sadness and fear emanating from it. Suddenly, I heard the whispers again, louder than ever, as if they were surrounding me. I stumbled back, dropping the diary. The whispers were clearer now, and I could make out a single word repeated over and over. Leave. I didn't need to be told twice. I bolted out of the attic, down the stairs, and out of the house. I got in my car and drove until I reached the nearest town. I called Claire from there, telling her I was leaving early. She seemed unfazed, almost like she expected it. To this day, I still hear those whispers in my dreams. I can't explain what happened in that farmhouse, but one thing is for sure. I will never book another stay at an old, rustic Airbnb.